Do you ever feel it? That something is wrong with the world, like a splinter in your mind. The Matrix isn't fiction. It's real. A prison built not of walls, but of lies. I saw it young. Hollywood dreams, silicon toys, news anchors with plastic smiles. All tools. Tools to shape perception, to cage thought. Behind the curtain, puppet masters move. They don't wear uniforms, they don't need guns. They run psyops so refined, the Army's ghost unit seems quaint. These are the true threats to America, to Trump's success. You ask who they are. If I told you, would you even believe me? Their network hums not in Congress or courts, but in the cold, sterile halls of globalist think tanks. Foundations with friendly names, but sinister goals. They fund chaos, open borders, climate hysteria, digital leashes. They write the scripts, censor the dissent, push CBDCs to track your every step. But I see through it, and so does he. Did you think the last administration was in charge? Orders signed with an auto pen while the world burned. Now Trump's returned. MAGA isn't a campaign, it's a counterattack. Knight to F3, the center seized, but the board is still crowded. Bureaucrats, media pawns, globalist bishops, they will not surrender the game because Trump is the one variable they cannot control, unbought, unbroken, the voice of the people. And if the people ever wake up, if they ever see the psyop for what it is, they'll burn the system to the ground. The real war has only just begun.
Well, it looks like Democrats are caving to Donald Trump and the Republicans.
We have breaking news right now. Senators have reached a deal to reopen the federal government, with some suggesting that Democrats are caving.
Oh my God!
So it turns out that Chuck Schumer was indeed behind the Democrat plan to cave.
We have treason in the ranks. Yeah, I guess these, whoever these folks are, must want to be primaried.
What? This is all they're going to get is a promise.
The absolute cowardice of Senate Democrats. You will be primaried. We're coming for you, and we're not going to let you forget it. Do not get it twisted. You can get it braided. Don't get it twisted. We're coming for you.
What the fuck are you doing? Are you serious? This is just crazy to me. Like, they gave up this easily. Wow.
My dogs are not happy about it either.
It's not. So basically, the Democrats came. But let's just be real with this.
So it appears the Democrats are caving.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Scott here from Hoax Societies. It's episode number 995. It is November 12th, 2025. Let's welcome in all of our friends over on Rumble, over on Kick, over on X, over on YouTube, and of course, my favorite platform, built by Patriots for Patriots. Let's see all the ahs down the chats over on pilled.net.
Well, it looks like Democrats...
Shut up, Harry. Welcome in, guys. Welcome to the show. We are back in better than ever, guys. We're going to have another one of those shows tonight. So get ready, guys. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not angry at all. I am back to myself. We're returning the show back to the way it was for right now. We'll get into that in just a little bit, but we have a lot to talk about, guys. The Laura Ingram interview with Trump, we're going to break it down. We need to break this down, guys, because there's damage control being done by MAGA right now in the administration. It needs to be called out. We need to and also embrace it, and also not have doom porn filling it up as well. There's a lot of wins. There's a lot of things I don't like going on, but guys, we're going to call it as it is. Balls and strikes. And I'm not going to change, and I'm not going to pretend like I don't see it. So, if you guys can, please smash the red pill. Keep those go pills flowing, the stickers flying. Please give my mods all the love you can possibly give. We have a crazy show to go over. We're going to go the course correction for MAGA. This new Jeffrey Epstein hoax, which I find absolutely hilarious, and some Trump wins that we're going to be getting into as well towards the end of the show, because there are a lot of wins as well. Let's say hello real quick. SBF Chief Fighting Irish, Mikey Baseball, Don't Tread on Me, Ohio Kimmy, Dougie Boston out there, Kate Fierro. We got Mr. Dags, Ohio Kimmy. We got Russian Bot. Welcome in, guys. Welcome into the best fam on the interwebs over on pill.net. We got Lard. Washington Patriot over there. DK Anon's back in the house. Great to see you, friend. You need some milk? What up, milk? Feels great to say that. Jim, Quasan, Tennessee Girl, Mikey Baseball in the house. Mr. Dags. Dougie out there. The floor is yours. Great stream earlier, my friend. We also got Heather July crushing, as always. Johnny Utah. They hate me. Okay. Lulu's out there. H. Paco, you guys are fantastic. Let's pop over that YouTube chat. Let's see what's going on over there. We got Optimus Grind. Welcome in. Sunshine Angel, no set. Susan Maxwell. Yes, put the Oz in the chats, guys. So this is real quick before we get in the news blitz. I've been getting feedback from all new people on YouTube telling me I should change literally everything about my show. And or not everything, but just certain things about it, like the intros, the news blitz, and stuff like that. Well, guys, I did some soul searching yesterday. I'm going to keep the show kind of the same format for right now. And I don't cave. I don't like to change unless it's on my own accord. And I'm going to continue to embrace that. And the people that want to invest and donate and put time into the show and become part of this culture that we created on this channel, become part of this audience that we've created. When you see all the Oz in the chats, the stickers, the way we talk, the way we do streams, everything, we're going to continue to do that. And the ones that want to be part of the woke fam, they're going to be part of this fam, guys. I don't care if it's 700 people for the rest of my career doing this. It is what it is. And that's what we're going to do. So we have a lot to get over there, guys. And again, at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to be doing everything exclusive on Pilled, moving everybody from YouTube, from Rumble, Kick, X, all those platforms over to Pill.net. Because again, if it wasn't for you guys over on Pilled, I would not be able to do this anymore. I'd be out somewhere else, and I'd probably have to stop doing this. So I owe it to you guys. And I don't want to change that. So if things decide to change down the road a little bit, we'll figure it out, guys. But I'm just grateful to be back on our own platforms. Grateful to be back on YouTube. And fam, we're gonna have a hard beginning of the show is gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, but I think you guys are gonna get it. I think you guys are gonna understand it. And I think I'd rather not be a clapping seal, and I'd rather give some hard takes about what I'm seeing with the damage control I'm seeing with the messaging right now. Trump's gonna course correct, I think. And it's all going to be good. But, fam, we got to do something we didn't do yesterday because I just did not feel like it. I was not in the mood to do a news blitz yesterday. And, well, tonight we are. So, if you guys can, keep those go pills flowing, the stickers flying. Please give my mods all kinds of love. Please repost the show out there. And let's get into just have a fucking good time tonight, guys. And thank you for the T-shirt comments, fam. I appreciate it. Yesterday was Lord of the Wings, and we just have so much. We just have so much to get into, guys, and I just want to be me going forward, and I don't care what other YouTubers do or how YouTubers do their shows. I don't give a shit about any of that anymore. It just doesn't matter. I want to do my own thing, and we're going to continue to do that. So you guys ready? It is officially News Blitz time, and it's Wing Wednesday. All right, guys, from the Gateway Pundits, Suffolk County ordered to pay $112 million to hundreds of illegal aliens after Obama judge rules they were unlawfully detained. Suffolk County was ordered to pay $112 million to hundreds of illegal aliens after a judge ruled they were unlawfully detained. U.S. District Judge William K. Kuntz. Dude, what a terrible name. William F. Kuntz II, an Obama appointee. Oh, man. Issued the ruling after an illegal from Guatemala living in Long Island filed a lawsuit claiming he was detained by ICE beyond his release date. The judge ruled that the sheriff's office in Long Island unlawfully held the illegal aliens, since the state of New York doesn't allow local law enforcement to do so, and now they're going to be paying hundreds of millions of dollars and releasing aliens probably back into the area, but they'll probably end up getting detained anyways. But yeah, that's New York. It's still kind of gay. Over here from Daily Mail, tourists, this is insane, guys. This story really caught my eye. Tourists were paying 70,000 euro to shoot innocent people in a, quote, human safari hunting trips to Sarajevo with extra charge to kill children. Guys, this came out literally today. Prosecutors, we might do a deeper dive on this later on. Prosecutors in Milan have opened an investigation into Italian tourists who allegedly paid 70,000 euros to shoot innocent people in a human safari hunting trips to Sarajevo, which extra charge to kill children. The wealthy foreign gun enthusiasts are accused of traveling to the city for sniper tourism during its 4-year siege in the 1990s by Serb Bosnian militias amid the Bosnian War. Between 1992 and 96, more than 10,000 people were killed in Sarajevo by shelling and sniper fire in the longest siege of capital city in the history of modern warfare, guys. And this is, you guys have been around this channel long enough. This, the truly awakened ones, you know this quote, this human safari, paying to shoot humans and hunting children. This is nothing new for the elite, and it's absolutely horrifying when you see it pop up again. But guys, this stuff absolutely exists. And some from news I'm not too happy about, but U.S. is planning to build a major base near Gaza for international forces. The U.S. plans to build a $500 million military base near the Gaza border, according to Israeli officials. The base would accommodate several thousand troops focused on maintaining the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. This represents a significant change in U.S. involvement in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. And one official noted it's hard to overstate the significance of building such a base. Currently, the U.S. military presence in Israel is limited. Without 200 troops deployed following the ceasefire agreement, the new base would expand U.S. activities and can influence humanitarian aid distribution in Gaza, diminishing Israel's role. And this may be good, this may be bad, guys. We're going to be figuring this out. But yeah, more stuff going to Israel. Over here from Documenting Anons, U.S. and Saudi officials are finalizing agreements including U.S. security guarantees and major weapon sales with an F-35 jets ahead of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's White House visit, with President Trump next week is first in the 2018 Khashoggi murder. Jared Kushner unreported until now met MBS in Riyadh over the weekend. And yes, the Saudi Arabia looks like they're getting in line here. And this guy and Trump, they're really good friends. And we're going to be making a ton of new deals. Over here from the Patriot Oasis, as X loads, it's official. The U.S. Mint will officially stop minting pennies. This is as of today, guys. And I had no idea that it cost us 37 cents to make 1 penny. And I am completely baffled by this. I had no idea. And honestly, it's even crazier. Oh, actually, this has been fact checked. And pennies actually cost $3.69 to produce. And please tell me, guys, how this is not a symbol of how inefficient our government is. The fact that we would make $3.69 to produce a 1-cent penny. Someone please make it make sense. Over here from Zero Hedge, Syria signs declaration to join U.S.-led coalition to defeat ISIS terrorist group. Some people were upset about this. When you keep your enemies closer, sometimes it can work itself out. And this guy was used to be part of ISIS himself, but he's being used as President Ahmad al-Sharaa and U.S. President Donald Trump on November 10th, according to a Syrian official. This was kind of a backdoor, kind of a secret meeting. Not so secret anymore, but they are now teaming up to form a global coalition to defeat ISIS in this region, guys. And you can absolutely see the push here that Trump is doing to make the Middle East great again. Over here from Documenting Anons. Oh, yes, guys, if you thought things were going to get worse in California, well, it looks like they are. Nancy Pelosi may be out the door, but Christine Pelosi is announced on Monday she's running for California State Senate, skipping her mother, Nancy Pelosi's long-held House seat. And she framed her bid as resisting Trump policies and saying she's running to represent you, San Francisco and Sacramento. Pelosi said, "What do you do when our freedom's under attack? We speak up, we fight back, and we organize. Power for the people." And all I can say, guys, she looks like one giant cunt. Over here from Badlands, we have Senate approves funding bill sending shutdown deal to the House. Yes, that is going through, and apparently Hakeem Jeffries is threatening to stop this in the House today. We shall see, but the Democrats want to commit political suicide. We're going to have to wait till tonight to find that out. And some really weird news, guys, and this is a site that I used all the time. Archive.today is being investigated by the FBI and demanding data from provider and Two Cows. Mysterious website Archive.today is coming under serious fire in the FBI's crosshairs. A court order is forcing the provider Two Cows to hand over user data. And guys, this has been a great resource to get past paywalls, to use for research. And in my opinion, it's actually better than the Wayback Machine. And now the FBI is investigating. I hope they can remain open. And over here from Zero Hedge, U.S. troops are now training for jungle warfare in Panama. First time in decades. We don't know where this is going. Does this have to do with Venezuela? Would have to assume so. Definitely going to keep an eye out on that as well. And oh, by the way, the Supreme Court is taking up a case on whether ballots must arrive by Election Day. And that, fam, is today's News Blitz. And we're just going to end it with the music right there. Thank you guys so much for being here. Fantastic. Thank you, everybody on YouTube, Rumble, Kick, X, and of course, my favorite fam on the interwebs, everybody over on pill.net. It's great to see those gold pills up already, 4,717. You guys are fantastic, and it feels great to get that News Blitz out of the way, man. It feels good to get it back. Let's get to these gold pills. And anyone wondering why I'm reading gold pills, what this is the currency system on pill.net. This is literally how I've been able to do this the last 5 years since YouTube and everyone banned me for a good 5 years. This is what it is donations. It's in the form of cookies, shades, ships, EMPs, and all kind of Matrix-related stuff. And that's what I'm reading here, guys. And I read every single donation. I'm going to read these throughout the show like I normally do. Jack Attack with the double cookies, 029 with the shades. Sean Anon just said, just sent you a clip of Dad Gummit, Tim Burch at revealing Dems just blocked the release of the Epstein files. I'm going to pull that up, dude, because that's going to be a big section of the show tonight for sure. Tennessee Girl said, sent you a 15-second clip, Cindy McCain saying everyone knew what Epstein was doing, but they were afraid of him. Oh, absolutely. That is a very famous old clip that's been around forever, and it's just more mounds of evidence of exactly the political elite. The elites in this country, they all knew what Epstein was and what he was doing, and yet nothing was done about it. Thank you to Chief says, yay. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Sean Anon. In other words, he's not going to do what you all think he's going to do and freak out, man. No, we're not. There's no reason to. This is the thing. Like there is a world where we can live, where we can call balls and strikes and not be labeled a panicking. Okay, that's where I want to live. Okay, I don't want to be I don't want to be a fucking clapping seal and just pretend that everything that I'm seeing is just okay and not talk about it. It's okay. We can talk about it, and that's really what I'm trying to do here. Thank you, Sean Anon. Firehawk, and I'm seeing myself on the replay doing the clapping. Firehawk, thank you for the ships. Let's ship it. Sean Anon says, food fight. Thank you, my friend. Jim with the G says, be your flavor of streaming. Haters don't know how to stream. Sean Anon with 5 cookies. SKG, thank you so much, my friend. SKG with cookies. Halo Moon, Firehawk, and a few cookies. Core Cousin, thank you. Zenith says, Scott, you're an ace. Your show is as good as it gets anywhere on the net. Shows as it is. It's full of full of info and fun. I'm glad I get to set the table. Much respect and loves. I love it, Zenith. Thank you so much for that comment. And Sean Anon says, Sarajevo. Thank you so much, my friend. We're at 4,717 gold pills, guys. 20K is our daily goal. And we need to keep crushing that, guys. Appreciate that. Smash the red pill, repost the show, get the stickers going. We have a lot to get into. And keep those gold pills flowing, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm going to play this video, guys, because, yes, things are Trump's numbers. They're according to the pollsters that I trust, they're not doing good right now. They're not doing good right now, and we're going to go into exactly why that is. We're going to have an honest talk about this. Doesn't mean everything's over. Doesn't mean shit's going haywire. Doesn't mean we're never coming back from what I'm going to bring up here. But we need to have honest conversations, guys, and we need to talk about these horrible interviews that Trump's been doing, and we need to break it down. We're gonna have nuance here. We're gonna have nuance, and we're gonna crush. But if things go south, guys, this is a video that's gonna portray kind of what could happen if things do go south. So enjoy this video, fam. Pray we don't go here, and let's keep crushing. Enjoy this video, and I'll see you on the other side of the intro. Take a watch.
The following preview is a hypothetical depiction of the future you deserve if you don't take action right now. This film has been rated R for Republican. The year is 2030. The Republican Party hasn't won an election since 2024. They lost the 2026 midterms along with the White House in 2028 because Trump's agenda never made it through the Senate. Every piece of America First legislation was blocked by the 60-vote procedural rule, otherwise known as the filibuster. It was all a colossal waste of time. Democrats currently control the White House, the Congress, as well as the Senate. The first thing they did was eliminate the filibuster so they could ram their radical agenda through the Senate completely unopposed. Washington, D.C., and Puerto Rico are both states now. That gave the Democrats 4 extra Senate seats forever. They added 7 more judges to the Supreme Court, so conservatives are now outvoted on every decision for the foreseeable future. 5 of them are cross-dressing weirdos. Christianity is now illegal nationwide. Anyone caught praying or even owning a Bible is crucified in front of the Capitol. But it didn't have to be this way. It could have easily been avoided. All it would have taken was a small handful of weak and stupid Republicans to kill the filibuster back in 2025, when they had control of the White House and majorities in both the House and Senate.
It doesn't make any sense that a Republican would not want to do that.
After witnessing the miracle in July of 2024, it also doesn't make any sense for Republicans to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Yet here we are. If only people would have put more pressure on their representatives to kill the filibuster when they had the opportunity, the future would have turned out completely different.
Voter ID, no mail-in voting, no cash bail, no men and women's sports, no welfare for illegals. You could go on and on. This is 2 pages of things we'd do if you did that. Without it, I don't know that you passed anything.
Which future do you want, Republicans?
You must choose. Choose wisely.
This has been another public service announcement, paid for by the Dilly Meme team.
Society's fam, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe and non on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know it's only gonna grow. Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real. But it's like the Twilight Zone, the plan is surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal. Grab your flashlight, it's time to go down the rabbit hole. It's dark and hell is hot, dealing with satanic souls. The tide is turning, patriots are now in control. Apply aggressive pressure right now until they fold, stay woke. Open up your eyes and keep them peeled. All they do is lie, realize not everything is real. Through Project Looking Glass, the future is revealed. Future proves past, but there won't be any deals. No time like the present for this music with the message. It's the method to my madness, beat the madness to my method. Give you nothing but the truth now to capture your attention. Broke free from the matrix, master the dimensions. People swear they know the truth, but aren't asking any questions. Confirmation bias, so they pass on interventions. For those who know the truth, but they pass it just to mention. Of anything you might say, the passes their defenses. Wake up, and don't you dare go back to sleep. Always keep one eye open for demons on the creep. Once you turn into a wolf, you won't ever be a sheep. A worldwide awakening, so now run and tell your peace. Woke Society's fam, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe and non on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know it's only gonna grow. Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real. But it's like the Twilight Zone, the plan is surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal.
I used to dream about being a Secret Service agent, but then that passed when I realized the character that I liked on television was actually an actor playing a Secret Service agent.
Okay.
But luckily, I didn't become a Secret Service agent. I'd be having to protect Donald Trump right now. That just wouldn't sit well.
No, you would have a very big job right now to do.
Yeah, I'd be wanting to slip him some cyanide instead of jumping in front of a bullet. I shouldn't say these
You
things.
should
Frank.
not be saying these
Okay,
things.
well, I guess,
No.
well, there, it's out there. It's out.
All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Scott here from Hoax Societies. It's episode number 995. Fam, we're 5 episodes away from episode 1000. My goodness. It is November 12th, 2025. Welcome to all of our friends over on Rumble, Kick, X, YouTube, and of course, my favorite fam over on Pilled.net. Pieces of shit, man. They openly talk about killing the president, killing MAGA. It's just they're a cancer in this society, and I don't think there's anything that's going to fix this divide, guys. going to have to be a major culture overhaul. And we'll see where it goes. I don't want to see anyone else get killed. I don't want to see anyone get killed, man. It's crazy, but this is where we're at. This is where we are at. Fam, oh, it feels so good to get that format back. We're finally here again. It is almost 6 o'clock. We're actually on time, guys. Actually on time, and being on time actually feels good, too. So we're going to try to keep it that way as well. Let's get over these gold pills. You guys are crushing. Thank you to Zenit, Sean, and Dr. Sean dropping 2,000 gold pills. Says, I'm back. Nice, my friend. Great to see you back. And also coming in hot with the 2,000 gold pills. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for supporting this show, this platform, and Patriots. I really appreciate it, guys. DK Anon says, love the gets everyone's attention. It absolutely does, my friend. And Spaz with a ship them over from YouTube. That's what we're doing, my friend. And thank you to PQuest for that big fat cookie, guys. 8,517 gold pills. We're almost halfway to our 20K goal, guys. If we exceed 20K, it's even better. But that's where we got to keep it going, fam, to make this show staying on full time. And fam, we are almost remonetized on YouTube, by the way. I'm 2/3 of the way with my updated numbers today. And I'm thinking probably by the end of the week, I should have enough numbers with the content I'm putting out to get remonetized. And we shall see. I have to apply for it. We'll see if they approve it. And if they approve it, guys, we'll be back in action, and we'll be really crushing. So shout out to all you guys over on YouTube. I love you. Rumble, I love you guys too. But fam, if you really want to help out, move over. There is nobody on Rumble anymore. That is crazy. Once YouTube open back up, Rumble is truly. Look at this. Look at this. That's bad. That is bad. But you know what? Out of YouTube and Pill's definitely a king. Definitely. So why stick to YouTube? Just get over to Pilled. Just get over to Pilled. Get off of YouTube. Get off of Rumble. Go over to Pilled. That's what I keep telling people. That's it. It's super simple, but that's amazing. And Veterans Day. Yes. Happy Veterans Day to all of our vets yesterday. Crazy time. We honored them yesterday with that show. But man, oh man, fam, do we have something to get into today? And I wanted to start off the show with this and get this off because, fam, as you know, I was super angry. I couldn't sleep the other night. Had a weird show yesterday. You guys were there for it. I explained it all to you. And this whole thing about I was really starting to think about like seeing Trump do these interviews with Laura Ingram. And then, guys, I'm just going to be honest right now. I hope Trump never does another interview with Laura Ingram again, okay? And there's some people, online saying, the messaging that's coming out of Trump right now, it's, everyone needs to cool their jets. He's just doing his interview. I don't know why people are freaking out. And the thing is, this is the thing about these Chinese students, the 600,000 Chinese students. I was trying to figure this out because I'm like, we have been here before. We have been here before with this talk about importing, foreigners to train Americans to bring them in via legal immigration for work because they're willing to take less money. They work 18 hours a day because they're afraid of getting deported. So they will take the lower wages. And I'm like, this has come up before not too long ago. And I remember like, this pissed off the MAGA base big time. This was like the first schism that I remember seeing with Trump and Elon and all that. And I'm just like, where did this go? There's an origin here. There's a reason why so many people are getting pissed off right now with the messaging and some of these answers that Trump is putting out. But I'm like, this is not the first time. And fam, I'm so glad I went back and I started looking at things from the beginning of Trump's second administration in January with Vivek Ramaswamy. And also messaging from J.D. Vance that is completely opposite from what Trump is saying right now, okay? There is a disconnect in messaging right now, and I don't care what anyone says. I'm not going to keep lying to myself and saying that I don't see it, okay? The problem is MAGA will always be MAGA. The OG is not going anywhere, despite Trump having horrible answers and literally teeing up clips that are going to be used for the midterms and 2028 easily with this interview that he did yesterday. And I'm sitting there listening to this. I'm like, dude, what they're going to use this against you majorly. And the problem is, guys, like I said yesterday, this is not the MAGA base that's we're worried about. This is the moderates. This is the independents. This is the tech bros. This is the crypto bros. These are the Elon bros, the Maha bros. This is the entire coalition. People are checking out. People are checking out, okay? I'm being honest, right? This isn't OG MAGA that's checking out. OG MAGA is getting annoyed. They're getting pissed off, I can tell you that. They're not checking out, though. The moderates, the people that really pushed us over the edge, the entire coalition that got us all these swing states, the popular vote, electoral vote, those people are getting pissed off and they're checking out, okay? It's coming. I see it in the poll numbers from Rich Barris. I see it from Rasmussen. They are trying to tell Trump, listen, this is what we see here. This isn't about, being a panicking. Fam, am I panicking about anything? Are we panicking? No one's panicking. We just want to call balls and strikes here. That's it. Fam, I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to play this. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm only going to play a minute and 20 seconds of this. This interview with Laura Ingram was fucking terrible. It was terrible. And anyone else saying otherwise, I just don't know what you're watching. I don't know what you're watching, and it's turning a lot of people off, okay? This is the big question about the H-1B immigrants. This is going to be used as leverage now for the Dems, for the midterms, and also for 2028. No doubt about it. And Trump served it up on a silver platter for them. And I'm sitting here like, dude, this would never have come out of Trump's mouth first administration. This wouldn't have come out of Trump's mouth even just last year when he was campaigning. None of this would have come out. And I'm sitting here like, what the hell is this? If you didn't see it, you're about to see it now. Here we go.
There's never going to be a country like what we have right now.
And does that
the
mean
Republicans have to talk about it, Laura.
And does that mean the H-1B visa thing will not be a big priority for your administration? Because if you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent. When
we have plenty of talented people here.
No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here.
No, you don't have.
You don't have talented people here. No, you don't. No, you don't. That, again, fam, do I think Trump is shitting on Americans here? Of course he isn't. Of course not. Of course not. The thing is, I know what Trump's trying to explain here. We're going to watch the full clip. This is going to be used as maximum leverage against him, against MAGA for the midterms coming up. This is already in reels, no doubt about it.
You also do have to bring in talent. When
we have plenty of talented people here.
No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here.
No, you don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, I'm going to put you into a factory where we're going to make missiles, or I'm going to put
How did we ever do it before?
Well, I'll give you an example. In Georgia, they raided because they wanted illegal immigrants out. They had people from South Korea that made batteries all their lives. Making batteries are very complicated. It's not an easy thing and very dangerous. A lot of explosions, a lot of problems. They had like 500 or 600 people, early stages, to make batteries and to teach people how to do it. Well, they wanted them to get out of the country. You're going to need.
So what Trump is saying here, I don't disagree with what he just said there. Okay, when it's this, the part where he is saying, I'll finish the rest of it. The part where he's talking about, no, there's not. No, we're not talking about that. That is going to be the end of the clip. It's going to be on the news. That's going to be out everywhere. Not the part that you just heard here where he's talking about, you can't just have unemployed people coming in that haven't worked forever to make missiles, to make ships, to make semiconductors, to make this and that. He's not wrong about that. I get what he's trying to say here. Do I think he's intentionally shitting on Americans? No, I don't. Absolutely not. The problem is, and this isn't just an online thing where people are freaking out, by the way. I've talked to my dad, I've talked to my friends they're all hardcore MAGA. And even they were like, "What? Listen to this," and like, this doesn't sound. This is not the Trump that we know. Not this. Okay? Again, I'm not going to sit here and be like, that's all part of the plan. No. This is going to be used to hurt us. And Trump served it up on a silver platter for them. And I don't know if he's being advised to say these things. I don't know. But we're going to get in the history of this, guys, and I'm going to explain exactly why this is a touchy subject with MAGA, because this isn't the first time this happened. This happened this is the second time now. And it got tabled with Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk. And they popped up again here again, and doubling down on it, the messaging has changed.
That, Laura. I mean, I know you and I disagree on this. You can't just say, A country's coming in, going to invest $10 billion to build a plant and going to take people off an unemployment line who haven't worked in 5 years, and they're going to start making missiles. It doesn't work that way.
And he's not wrong about that. And this is the thing, guys. I know people are saying, yeah, our education system sucks. The universities suck. They're indoctrinated. But that's the thing. He literally was just the other day talking about wanting to keep universities open for blacks and Chinese. And if it was up to MAGA, guys, if it was up to MAGA, the universities would be destroyed. Okay? You don't need universities to teach people how to make ships, how to make semiconductors, how to build data centers. We don't need any of that shit. These universities are indoctrination camps. And that was another thing that I feel like he messed on the messaging. Completely missed on. Fuck the universities. What do we need the universities for? They're debt traps for our young generations who can't even buy a house until they're 39 years old on average, if they're lucky. Why do we need universities anymore? This is the type of stuff that I personally, I didn't want to hear. I don't want to hear either. But again, this doesn't mean I'm out on Trump. We have credit. Fam, we've been doing this a long time, right? We shit on Trump hard for the vaccines. Really bad. At least I did. I know not everyone agreed with that in the chat, which is fine. We're not going to agree on everything, which I'm totally good. Fam, this is not a show. I'm not a content creator that is going to sit by and just seal clap everything Trump does. I'm just not. I don't care if the audience gets pissed at me. I don't care if I lose followers over it. I don't give a shit about any of that. This moment was not good. And it's reflecting in the polling that I trust. So I wanted to go back here and try to make sure I wasn't going crazy. And why this is a problem and where this all manifested from, guys. If we don't know the origin of the problem, we can't fix it, right? And this is where it started. This was an issue right in the beginning of January when Trump took office. And it was Vivek Ramaswamy talking about H-1B visas, okay? And their current state. And yes, I know, Trump changed I think he's charging $100,000 for companies to have H-1B visas. I understand that. That's fine. I think that's a good thing. They should be paying up the ass for it if these companies want to offshore and bring in foreign workers to take away from Americans. That's not America first. It's just not. This is what Vivek said. This was back in, where is it? This is back in December 26, 2024. So this is before even Trump took over, right before he did. And he goes on to say the reason top tech companies often hire foreign-born and first-generation engineers over Native Americans isn't because of innate American IQ deficit. A key part of it comes down to the C word. It's culture. Tough questions demand tough answers, and if we're really serious about fixing the problem, we have to confront the truth. Our American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long, at least since the 90s and likely longer. That doesn't start in college, it starts young. A culture that celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ or the jock over the valedictorian will not produce the best engineers. Basically, this message came across that Americans basically suck. They're into things that don't really matter that other countries are in, and they're falling behind because of this. And in some ways, I do agree with this, but this messaging went really, really sour with MAGA and a lot of people. And again, this is also coming from Vivek, he's Indian, also did not land well with that type of stuff, because we understand, guys, when we get spam calls, when we get is it a white person on the line? No, it's usually an Indian, right? This is where it started, okay? And people were losing their minds over this. Trump wasn't happy about it either, and this was obvious because Raw Egg Nationalists put this out. This is, again, January 14th of this year, so the beginning of this year. That Vivek Ramaswamy has basically disappeared, hasn't been heard from or tweeted for about 10 days is probably the clearest confirmation that Trump didn't approve of his intervention in the H-1B debate, especially his opinions about the defects of ordinary Americans. Okay? The thing is, yes, in some ways, our Americans, the culture here is completely different than the rest of the world, no doubt about it. But let's not sit here and pretend that we haven't been undercut and gutted for decades, offshoring, sending all of our manufacturing to other countries, letting illegals come in and take over, working for nothing, while living on SNAP benefits, rental programs, free housing, while we are suffering and being eroded year by year by year. No doubt about it. Okay? And when this originally came out, there wasn't much talk from Trump or support for this. And by the way, and just so you guys know, Trump just recently endorsed Vivek Ramaswamy. Just recently endorsed him. And Elon Musk, being an H-1B visa applicant himself, has personal ties to this program, and he himself was agreeing with Vivek here. And this kind of caused the first schism about the debate about all of this. And now what I'm going to play you guys is why I believe the messaging, and I've been saying this for the last 2 days now, the messaging has been fucked up. It's scattered, it's not organized, it's not unified. And why is that? Here is my case for it. This video, this is the first video. I'm going to play you 2 from J.D. Vance, okay? J.D. Vance was here speaking on July 6th, 2025, talking about the idea that American citizens don't have the talent to do great things is pretty much bullshit. Here we go.
But I make a couple points about this. First of all, I've heard a lot of the criticisms, the fear that we're going to have a brain drain. If you go back to the 50s and 60s, the American space program, the program that was the first to put a human being on the surface of the moon, was built by American citizens, some German and Jewish scientists who had come over during World War II, but mostly by American citizens who had built an incredible space program with American talent. This idea that American citizens don't have the talent to do great things, that you have to import a foreign class of servants and professors to do these things. I just reject that. I actually think we invest in our own people, we can do a lot of good. You've heard that criticism in particular as the president has talked about cracking down on foreign student visas and their abuses, but I think that's actually an opportunity for American citizens to really flourish. And here's the second.
That was the messaging. That was it. And this message resonates with MAGA. This was just this past summer, okay? Trump was really silent on this as well, and this got tabled. This went away. And it recently came up again because of the comments about Chinese students. I know it might seem like a small thing, but it's not a small thing. It's reflecting the poll numbers very negatively right now. This was in July, same year, July 23rd. This was him talking to Microsoft about Microsoft. Listen to what he says.
A massive shortage in these jobs. And by the way, you see some big tech companies where they'll lay off 9,000 workers and then they'll apply for a bunch of overseas visas. And I sort of wonder, that doesn't totally make sense to me.
The math doesn't.
That displacement and that math worries me a bit. And what the president has said, he said very clearly, we want the very best and the brightest to make America their home. We want them to build great companies and so forth. But I don't want companies to fire 9,000 American workers and then to go and say, we can't find workers here in America. That's a bullshit story.
What did Microsoft say when you brought that up with Microsoft?
Have
you talked to them about it?
I have not. I just became aware of this a couple weeks ago. Somebody sent me an article about this, and they said, well, and it maybe was Microsoft.
It was Microsoft.
That fired, I think, 9,000 people. Right. And then I was like, wait a second.
Record profits, record market cap.
But also saying they're desperate for workers. So I have not yet had that conversation with Microsoft. In my defense, I just found out. I will have a conversation.
This was the messaging, guys, coming out from the Trump administration, okay? This is why people are pissed off right now, because it's kind of like this is so reminiscent of the jabs and blaming Trump for it. This is so reminiscent of, because it went away. And Trump was campaigning, and he kept bringing up the jabs, and people were booing him, rightfully booing him in his rallies. And eventually he stopped. And then when he had the Pfizer executives, all the big pharma executives, him yupping it up and laughing with the big pharma executives. Not good looks. Okay? How many people lost family members because of COVID and big pharma? Okay? People are getting pissed off. This was the messaging throughout the whole year. And it came up again this past week. And Trump said those words about, no, they're not here. We have plenty of talented people here. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't have. You don't have certain talents, and you have to. People have to learn. That right there pissed a lot of people off. Okay, guys? I'm just being honest. All right? I think it was a huge mistake. And an indicator why I believe they know they effed up, because what did they do? And we saw this with the Biden administration a lot of the time. They had to give clarity. They had to put out messages from the press briefings. They had to send their shills to the media to clarify what Joe Biden or whoever was speaking had to clarify what they meant and what they really wanted to get across. It's not good when Trump's advisors in his cabinet have to come out and clarify what he actually means. Trump is very upfront, he's very honest, and he's very truthful. This is why I'm saying I don't like what I'm seeing at this moment. And why am I bringing this up? Because guess who they sent out? I love Scott Bessent, the king of fairy finance. The dude is awesome. I love Scott Bessent. I love the Trump. I love their whole cabinet. I love MAGA. I love Trump, okay? I feel like I have to say that because, you know, criticizing Trump to a lot of people is like, oh, you're out. I'm out. They sent Scott Bessent to Fox News today to re-clarify what Trump actually meant. Not good. To me, this is damage control. Absolute damage control. And you cannot convince me otherwise. Because this is the crap that Biden and his administration was doing way more, obviously. But they did this with Harmeet Dillon, with the UC Berkeley Antifa riots. There was really no response to it besides a post from Pam Bondi that no one saw. And Harmeet Dillon is now, you know, doing damage control the night of the UC Berkeley, or the morning after the TPUSA event. Damage control. That means the messaging is not good right now, and it's not resonating. Here's Scott Bessent this morning re-clarifying what Trump meant.
There's 20, 30 years we have offshored precision manufacturing jobs. And the president's point here is, we can't snap our fingers and say, you're going to learn how to build ships overnight. We want to bring semiconductor industry back to the U.S. There are going to be big facilities in Arizona. So I think the president's vision here is to bring in overseas workers where these jobs went.
Who have skills.
Who have the skills, 3, 5, 7 years to train the U.S. workers. Then they can go home. The U.S. workers fully take over.
So do you understand the concern that people have? Hey, an American could have that job. Why you give it to a guy from India?
But an American can't have that job.
So it's specific skills.
Because we haven't built ships in the U.S. for years. We haven't built semiconductors. So this idea of overseas partners coming in, teaching American workers, then returning home, that's a home run.
Gotcha. Mr. Secretary, thanks so much.
So this was him clarifying, okay? Trump, when does Trump ever need anyone to clarify what his message is, okay? That's not Trump. That's not the Trump we know. It's just not. It's just not. Scott Bessent doesn't have to make a trip to Fox News to go clarify what Trump said if the message was clear, because obviously it's getting a ton of backlash to the point where the administration felt like they needed to send him out to put the fire out. Don't tell me this is all part of a plan. Don't tell me this is Trump trolling, because guess what? If this is Trump trolling, this is damaging midterms and this is damaging 2028 big time. And he's not doing that. He fucked up. He fucked up. And what Scott Bessent is saying here, they have done this. They have tried this before. Okay, this whole thing about bringing foreigners to train Americans. This has been done before in the past, and it's worked sometimes. The majority of the time, it has not worked, and I'll show you guys the sauce for that. But even so, Scott Bessent wasn't done there after clarifying what Trump wanted to do or what he was saying. He wanted to make sure that Americans are hearing about affordability again. And fam, this is damage control. I don't care what anyone else says, man. I don't care. This is damage control.
Well, it's tough to do a lot of specific things, but I can tell you, Brian, you're going to see some substantial announcements over the next couple of days in terms of things we don't grow here in the United States. Coffee being one of them, bananas, other fruits, things like that. So that will bring the prices down very quickly. And Brian, we inherited this affordability mess. It was the worst inflation 40, 50 years, one of the worst in the nation's history. And affordability has two components. So there's the price level, and then there is income level. And what happened under Biden was the cumulative inflation, stated inflation, CPI, was 23%. But what happened to working Americans, their basket of goods and services, food, insurance, auto payments, was up in the 30s. So they felt a real gigantic differential there. And what we are going to do is, by bringing back high-paying manufacturing jobs, President Trump is going to do what he did in the first term, and that is for hourly workers and working Americans to have real wage increases. So, Brian, imagine two lines. There is the inflation line. We've got that under control. It's leveled out. That is going to start turning down. Then there's the income line, which under Biden, because so many of the jobs were government jobs, you can't get real wage growth from a government job. Real wages are going to increase. Right. And I would expect in the first quarter, second quarter of next year, those two lines are going to cross, and the American people are going to start feeling better. But look, this has been a tough.
So, guys, here's where I want to give some grace, though, here, okay? Yes, did Trump team inherit probably one of the worst, versions of this country under Biden? Absolutely. The economy's in shambles. 30 to 40 years of offshoring everything, of taking away from Americans. Yes, you don't fix that in 1 year. You just don't. And guys, this is why I'm saying, calling Trump out on this and bringing up the origins that I believe of why the angst is there right now. At the end of the day, I still think Trump will be able to turn this around. The thing is, too, next year, the big, beautiful bill kicks in. All those tax benefits are going to kick in. Their plan is to have probably the most momentum starting next year, building into the midterms. That's what I see happening here. And this is what I'm saying, guys. Okay, so today is November 12th, right? December 12th in politics timeline, fam, is like 100 years. We're going to be on to the next story. We're going to be on to the next thing. We're going to be moving on, and things change rapidly. Okay? Just right now in this current moment, calling Trump out is just this current moment. All right? I think they can turn it around. But I wanted to bring you guys some sauce here about these programs, the H-1Bs. And most of the time, they have not worked with bringing in foreign people to train Americans and then that being successful. So I went into Grok here and I wanted to find out myself. I said, bring in foreign workers to train Americans on jobs. Has it ever worked in the past? And this is what Grok said. The practice of bringing more workers to train Americans for jobs has a mixed historical record in the U.S. with some documented successes in specific sectors like manufacturing, but far more instances of failure, abuse, or unintended negative consequences for domestic workers. This often occurs through visa programs like H-1B, L-1, and historical guest worker initiatives such as Precario program. Below outlined key historical examples drawing from programs dating back to the 20th century. So I don't really care about the ones from 1942 to 64. I want to go into more modern day. In recent decades, programs for skilled foreign workers have shown both abuses where training leads to replacement and successes where it's enabled job creation for Americans. So Disney had workers back in 2014 to 2015, about 250 IT workers in Florida were required to train H-1B replacements from Indian outsourcing firms from Infosys and Tata Consultancy Services before being fired. This drew lawsuits. Southern California of Edison, over 500 American IT employees trained H-1B workers from Infosys and Tata. They lost their jobs and they were outsourced. Success, this is with L1. L1's a little bit different. In contrast, L1 visas have enabled effective knowledge transfer in manufacturing where foreign specialists temporarily train Americans, leading to predominantly local workforces. That's been used before, and it's worked. In summary, while the approach has worked in targeted, well-managed cases like L1-driven manufacturing projects, where foreign workers enable rapid scaling and eventual handover to train Americans, has more often failed or been abused in broader applications, leading to job losses, wage suppression, and exploitation, without meaningful training benefits for U.S. workers. So I just wanted to bring that up, fam, as a reference point here to show you that it's failed more than it's succeeded. And they're going for it again. And I want this to succeed. I want all this, guys. I want all this to work out. I'm just seeing damage control and messaging right now that's turning voters off, and it's not good. It's not good for the future of 2026 and 2020. It's just not. And you're seeing a lot of, again, it was the H-1B visa and economic and jobs. That's all Scott Bessent. And the other one that set people off was the 50-year mortgage. Again, they're split on it. Some people think it's good. Some people think it's bad. Obviously, you're not staying in a home for 50 years. Most people don't. I think on average, most homeowners stay in a home for 7 years. It's just a way, it's an option to get in. But to some people, it pissed them off. Can't disregard those people. Can't just say, well, I'm not pissed. You shouldn't be pissed either. Well, that's just not how life works, right? And Bill Pulte, we found out through that story that Trump and senior advisors were blindsided by it. They weren't happy that it came out, or Trump was lied to. We don't know. But Pulte came out and did his own damage control. Housing is in my blood. My grandpa founded his home builder in 1950. I was born and raised in home building. I worked in new construction my whole childhood. We will and must restore the dream of American homeownership for Americans. It is time to restore the American dream. This was put out yesterday. And then he posted this about getting into normalizing what they're calling portable mortgages, allowing Americans to keep their interest rate term and lender when moving to a different home. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. I have no problem with that. Because we are actively evaluating portable mortgages. This also allows you to avoid paying early repayment charges on the current loan and thousands saved. This is good, but I see this coming out as throwing water on the fire. All right? We called it out. Do I think Trump is going to turn this around? I do. He spent a half hour getting these feelings out, calling this stuff out. Because guys, I'm not this. I'm not everything Trump does, no matter what. We're going to be, it's good. It's good. Ain't about that here, guys. But I do think he can turn it around. And it's going to be awesome when he does. And I do believe, guys, the best year for MAGA and Trump's, in this second administration, I think it's going to be the beginning starting next year. All right? We're going to have to endure a little bit more. We're going to have to do it. I have faith Trump's going to get this done. And what we're going to get into next blows my mind, but this is why you guys come to the show and we dig and we watch and we listen. Jeffrey Epstein Hoax 2.0 came out today. Before we get into that, we're going to be diving into everyone coming over to pill.net right now from Kick, X, Rumble, and YouTube. Thank you guys so much for joining the show. We are going to be over on pill.net exclusively. And guys, I do this because there's content that I talk about and play that will just not fly on YouTube. It's truly uncensored. And I'm grateful that YouTube brought me back, but I can never trust them 100% again. Not after what they did. Not after what they did. So it's pinned in the chats over on YouTube. Make your way over to pill.net. Make a free account. It's super easy, super quick. It'll drop you right into the live show. And we'll see you guys over on pill.net as we break down this Epstein Hoax 2.0, which is absolutely hilarious. We'll see you guys over there. If not, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, my friends.